What's up, everybody? What's happening?
What's happening?
Today I'm going to show y'all some hunting in the wild that I've done. A couple of these books might be off the internet, but some of it was out in the wild hunting, the toys, and then the comic books. But I will get rolling. Let's show the toys first. The first thing I'm going to show y'all is this series of Marvel Hot Wheels cars. I really liked these old retro style looking cards, and so that's why I bought them. I've got 1 through 6. It's Iron Man, Ultron, Captain America, Red Skull, Thor, and Loki. Sort of cool looking cars, you know, really big wheels on them. I bought them more just because the card looked good on them, and this store had quite a few of these cars. The hardest one to find for me was Red Skull. I don't know if that is the trend across all Walmarts or what, but this was the only Red Skull they had. So I was sort of happy to pick all these up. This is sort of what one of the cars looked like. It's really, for me, it's more about the card that it's on. I thought the cards looked really cool. I have one other Hot Wheels set of cars that's Batman that came out a few years ago, and I got that whole set, and I've been thinking about framing them. But anyways, there's some Hot Wheels. Let's move on to a Toy Biz Marvel superhero. Okay, I picked this toy up at a vintage toy store, and this is the first series of Marvel superheroes, Silver Surfer. This is his first one. You can see the more matte color. Those of y'all that have watched my video, y'all have seen that I have the other Silver Surfer as well, displayed in my display case. This one will be going in there as well. This is from 1990, and prominently displayed back here on the back, you can see Silver Surfer, Hulk, Spidey, Punisher, Daredevil, Doctor Doom, Captain America, and Dr. Octopus. And you also see the Turbo Coupe, the Dragster, and then the Training Center as well. So really cool. These figures don't have a ton of money to them. It's just because, you know, I like Silver Surfer, and now that I have his first and second toy, if you will, I'm excited about that. So let's move on to, I think that's all the toys. Let's move on to some comic books. Okay, this is Avengers 122. What's significant about it is that it's a Mark Jewelers variant. It's also a really cool cover. This is from what it says on the bag is April of 1974. I picked this one up too just because it comes from the same person and I was able to save a little bit of money on it, but it's just a cool Detective Comics 414 cover. Something about a lighthouse guy or villain or something like that. I can't remember the exact Ghost of the Lighthouse or something like that, but just a couple of cool books to add to my collection. I didn't pick this book up in the wild, but it was with a group of other books that I'd recently bought. But that's just Doom Patrol 117. Now I did pick this one up in the wild. This is DC Special Presents number 15. Really cool Plastic Man cover. It's in really nice shape as well. I'm not sure exactly. I might have it. I know I hunted for this cover at one time, but I don't know if I have this cover or not. But I really like it, and that cost me a whopping $8. Next book. Really cool Spidey 70 cover. That's a really cool, iconic looking cover, and I bought it for pretty much not a whole lot of money. Let's see what I paid for this. $8. So glad to add that one to the old collection. I've always liked this cover. I've never owned it. Y'all know I have the first appearance, or if you don't know, you should know. I've got the first appearance of the Mandarin, and I've got a couple of the really cool iconic Mandarin covers, and so I was glad to add this one to the old collection as well. This is Iron Man 57. Now this next cover, I've always been enamored with this cover, just because it's a racing cover, man. It deals with cars, and this is Brave and the Bold 87. It's Batman and Wonder Woman. This is at the time, I believe, where Wonder Woman was sort of taken out of her costume, if you will, and put more into like a Susie Homemaker style costume or something. I don't know what was going on back then. I know they were trying to change up the game a little bit, but I think this happens during that time period. But just a really cool cover. This next book, I picked this up for $3 at another shop. I believe this is the first appearance of Jason Todd as in a Robin costume. The next book is Captain America and the Falcon, number 197. And this next book was $6, and Stan Lee and Jack Kirby at their greatest. This is giant size Captain America number 1.
Y'all think this comic book's damaged? What do you think? Oh, I bet it's great. Well, I bet it's alright. There ain't gonna be nothing wrong with this. And this is what happens whenever you don't ship comic books right, folks. Because you're a moron. Dumb. Look at that. What a moron.
So this is that book. I don't have all my materials in yet. I'm still waiting for just one more thing to be able to, do the humidity bath, and that's pretty much it. I'm just waiting for one piece to do the humidity bath and then actually get in there and start really pressing. But I did go and throw that book that I threw a cussing fit about. I threw it in the press, pressed it, and got it to lay back flat. So very lucky. Just a really cool Green Lantern 61 cover. Just a really, really cool cover. And I bought it for $5. And sort of hard to see with all that on there, but I got it pressed out pretty flat. So I bought these next books in a lot. Unfortunately for the seller, he didn't have them listed properly, and I mean they're pretty worn. Okay, they're pretty beat. But this is Detective Comics 282, Detective Comics 302, Flash 158. This book was in rough shape whenever I first got it. It had really, really bad spine roll. I'll show a video right here of the spine roll on it. This was technically the first book I ever tried pressing something with. It is by far not a perfect copy, and it also has going for it this. So I'd assume that this book would be rendered incomplete. It would grade out at a 0.5, and because some of the artwork's being interfered with by the ink blot or the ink that got spilled on it. So I thought this was going to be a good pop. I got those 5 books for what come out to probably be around $10 to $15, but with that ink stain on there, it really just sort of ruined the value for me. This is Captain Atom 83. This is the first appearance of Ted Kord as Blue Beetle. I am going to be dry cleaning this book and then pressing this book, and we will revisit this book. Okay, so let's look at some graded books. This is Power Records number 10. Now I bought this on a whim a few years back, and it's got this signature right up here at the top, and I looked at it and I'm like, this looks like a good chance. Asked the guy some questions, and I was like, I'm gonna take a chance on it. So I bought it thinking that it would be an authentic John Romita signature. It is an authentic John Romita signature. It has been verified by CBCS, and it is graded at a 4.0. And it's I don't know what's all in the interior, but I think it's a carbon copy for, as far as the cover is concerned, for the first appearance of Man-Wolf. Spider-Man 120 or 30 or 40, so somewhere in there. I showed you that last book to show you this book. This is Power Records number 13. The record is intact on this one, and it was intact on the other one as well. These books were comic books that were put out that you could sort of, pop the record in, read along. For some of us younger guys, the same things would have come out like in the 80s or 90s with a tape. Pop it in the tape deck, and then you read and follow along with the story with what's going on. But man, any chance I get to show this off, I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry, and it's not a perfect copy, but it's my copy, so you can tell it's pretty close to being the same cover swap. So I had never. This one's going on my wall too. I had never seen this book before, and whenever I saw it, it was just like on a like eBay suggested or whatever it is. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that is beautiful! That is beautiful! I got to have it!" And so I bought it, and it's Marvel 2-in-1 Annual number 6 from 1981. And it is just a stunningly beautiful cover. It is a Ed Hannigan and Walt Simonson cover. Holy shnikes! It's just the colors that you cannot truly appreciate the colors on this video. You really have to have this book in your hand and see how awesome this cover is. Just the different colors that they use, and they bleed into one another. I believe this is also the first appearance of the American Eagle. It's signed by Ron Wilson, who him and Gene Day did the artwork for this book. Oh man, it's just a beautiful, beautiful cover. It's going on the wall, man. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to take down an Iron Man book. Hey man, it's just beautiful. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. That's going on the wall though. I know that much. It's cool enough to go on the wall. And you, sir, are in the band. So, Golden Age, baby. Batman 24. Paid $60 for this book. $60. It has been conserved by having just a little bit of tape put on the spine or something like that. So tape or like a little little bit of glue or something like that. So y'all know me. That don't bother me. This book's from the 40s, man. It's back during World War II. I don't care about that. So this is also a first appearance of a doctor, somebody, I don't know. Dr. Vinny Boombats.
You know my doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombats. You know my doctor?
So it's a first appearance, and it's a time traveling type story, but just really cool Golden Age book. So really, really thankful and glad that y'all have come back along. You went on this joyous ride with me yet again, and I will be back shortly with more comic book hauls and more information regarding myself and the pressing process. Hasta luego.